In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a question bank in Word and then import it into the Learning Hub. And you can generate question pools off of the question bank that you have made. Okay, so a couple important things here. Make sure you go into the Home tab and display right here, this guy right here, display your carriage returns, okay, right here. And then next, make sure that your questions that you write, so we're going to write up some questions in Word. Here's kind of a general template here. Here's what you need. Question numbers, let's say 1, didn't do a period. Type your question. You can leave a space between if you want. Do 1 carriage return after, so hit enter once. Make sure to type your full question, even if it's on multiple lines. So for example, like this, forgive me for the crazy typing. Do not hit return until the end of your actual question that you want to ask the student. So notice it's at the end, even if it spans over multiple lines. Forgive the crazy typing. That's just to show you quickly here. So make sure that the only enter that you hit is at the end of the question itself. And then if it's a multiple choice question, then you do the following. You type out your options here. You can choose how you want to number these. You can also choose not to number them. You could do this, for example, if you want for the multiple choice it to display as A, B, C, and D like this. You can do that just like that, and then make sure for the correct answer put a star in front of that one. Hit enter at the end of that option. See my enter here. Okay, then you hit enter again between questions. Start your next question, number it here, period, and then start your question. Hit enter at the end of the question and do the same here. So for example here, my option is C. Then you go into the following here. You can hit return at the end of this one too. So now we take those questions and we go to this platform through Algonquin College. So if you even just search Algonquin College quiz generator, you will find this link. It is right here. Okay. And you go down to the bottom, right here to the bottom, and you literally just copy and paste so you name it if you want to name a quiz here, and that will name your CSV file, and then you just literally copy and paste from your Word document. So I'm just going to grab these 2 questions, Control C, Control V them in, okay, and then I scroll down and I click on Generate Test Questions. Okay, and whatever it likes, it will show in green. Whatever it doesn't like, it will show in red. So if I do something incorrectly, it'll show up as red. Just make sure your formatting is correct. Go back and fix it if it's showing up for a question in red. And notice that it puts a break here between the questions. So it's recognized that these are 2 different questions because of that return, that carriage return, that enter that you hit between these 2 questions here. Now I go down to the bottom of this window and I say download test questions. So first I clicked on generate and everything was happy. I looked through, everything was green. So now I'm ready to click download. If it's not green, you need to go clean it up and hit generate again. You can also clear if you just want to reset. But yeah, here are my questions at the bottom of the window here. And I'm just going to show them in a folder. So here they are right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the Learning Hub now, or Brightspace. I'm going to go into my question library. I like doing it this way. There are several ways to do this, and I'm going to make a new section. So again, I'm in the Learning Hub here, or Brightspace, and I go to easiest way to get to the question library is under Activities and then Quizzes. Go to my question library, make my new section. Here we are, and I'm just going to title this Sample Questions, and you can of course choose to hide the section title from the learners if you don't want them to see it. Just a way for you to organize, or you can have them see it this way. I go in here to my sample questions, okay, so I jump into this section and I click on import and I upload a file, and this is where I upload that CSV file that I had the generator generate. This Brightspace one generated it. I downloaded it. That's the one I loaded in right here. I click on import all, and now I can see my questions. Here they are. Okay, now I'm done editing those questions, and now I go back in and I make a new quiz. If I'd like to make a quiz based off of these, make a new quiz. So this is my sample quiz, and here under Add Edit Questions, this is where I grab those questions. Okay. And now, if you would like to just import them one at a time, you sure can. You can browse the question library. This is where you could have also uploaded that CSV file. I like to put them in the question library first. So if I wanted to add them one by one, I can browse the question library and go grab them now from my section. Here's my sample questions. I want them both, so I click on them both, click Import. There they are. Now, the other way to do this, I'm going to make, of course, too many questions in this, but that's okay. I'm also going to create a question pool based off of these questions. Often we like to do that. So we're back to our options here for adding and importing questions. We go to Add and go to Question Pool. And I'm going to just call this Sample Questions again, name your pool. And then I'm going to select one question from here, browse my question library, all the way back to my sample questions again, and I would check them off right here. Little note, they've already been selected. So if I want and I already have them in there, it's not going to let me double select them. So let's just go back. You don't have to actually do this. I'm just going to delete these two. Again, you don't have to do that unless you want to. I'm going to delete that section too, and I'm going to go back and just pretend that I just wanted to add them as a question pool instead. And so this would be how I would do it, as just a question pool. So I grab one here, browse my question library, and I grab them the same way. Here they are. So in this section, I can just click at the top and it will grab all of my questions, or I can select which ones I want from here, click Import, click Save. And there they are now in that sample quiz. And then I can keep going and set up all my restrictions. I'm just going to save and close this sample quiz now, and I'm done. And you can do many different sections this way and add them as question pools or as separate questions if you would like.